Man, it has been a while since I played Little Cup last. I can hardly remember what's in it. Okay, so Mienfoo lead is fine, I think, in most cases. If we have Mienfoo, we can fake out into high jump kick and we shouldn't get shell smash swept. They have a coughing, of course, and their own Mienfoo. Natu is a little bit annoying in this game. I do have Pawniard as well as a Choice Scarf Frillish. So there's that, but when the Natu comes in, it's hard to switch into it. And the Natu plus the Pharaoh Seed sort of means the Foongus doesn't get to do much. So we'll take note of that as well. They win the speed tie, which is sad as always to see. Now we click the knockoff because we want to get rid of whatever they have. I win that speed tie, whatever that one's worth. Okay, I'm gonna go into Foongus here, I think. And then I'm going to double into my Onyx, I think. Okay, it's the U-turn. Okay, so that means I can get back in my Mienfoo. Now the reason I don't want to stay in with Onyx is that, I can't really touch the Pharaoh Seed. Alright, I'm actually going to double here into Natu. That covers two plays. First of all, it covers the coughing play. And second of all, it covers them staying in and trying to get up Stealth Rock. So I think that's a good play overall. Yeah, there we go. So Stealth Rock bounces back. And I'm just going to throw off a Heat Wave. Right, I don't want to stay in and call Mind Up or something. And then they try to mess me up. So we got rid of their Pharaoh Seed. That's actually fantastic. That helps my Foongus out tremendously. Okay. So let's do a quick calc. I should probably know this one off the top of my head. I want to see what happens with Mienfoo versus Natu. So knockoff doesn't do that much, and he psychic without Eviolite does KO. So I can just kill this. Yeah, good. So that is a speed tie, but hey, I'll take that any day of the week. Okay, Dwebble. Now, the problem with Dwebble, what is it going to do? 71 to 85. That is a gnarly roll. All right. So, 78%, what is that? %. Okay. So they have, is that some HP investment? I literally can't tell. Let's think about this. What would be something safe? I think I want this still for coughing and for the Diglett to some extent. I think I'm going to try Foongus here. So it begins. You know what? I'm actually going to Spore. In case I live, right? In case I live, I don't know if Giga Drain will kill. So we're just going to play it safe. I can't get put to sleep, even if they bounce it back. So Spore is a very safe play. So Dwebble. So Shell Smash at +2 against my Foongus. They shouldn't be able to kill me, apparently. According to this, right? They are Berry Juice in that set. This set happens to be White Herb, interestingly. I don't know how I feel about White Herb Dwebble. I think Dwebble's main goal is to just set up and be faster than everything. And I think getting back up to full HP is probably more valuable. Oh, great, they crit. Okay. So that is unfortunate. If you have Earthquake. Okay, so let's click Mienfu and click Fake Out. And the goal here is to get them in Sucker Punch range, I think. I don't know what Sucker Punch range is, though. Pawniard. Sucker Punch is 57 to 71%. So, not quite, I don't think. I'm gonna go Onyx here, just in case. Yeah, and if they can get me down... Yeah, there we go. That's even better. Okay, so that was really good because they didn't go for Earthquake there. They got 3 hits, which was just enough to put me into Berry Juice range, but not enough to take me out of Sturdy again. So this is fantastic. Let's look at Onyx here. Onyx and Rock Blast does the most, so hopefully it hits. Well, it hit, but we only got 2 hits, so that's unfortunate. But what are you gonna do? Okay, so Mienfu. How much did Mienfu do? It does 9% to this. I'm gonna go Pawniard now and Sucker Punch. And I'm just gonna Sucker Punch until they die. Even if they show smashed up on me, all that's going to do is postpone the inevitable. I think is the way to think about that. Now they're gonna go Diglett, of course, and try to trap me. I wonder what kind of Diglett they have. Or if they even go to Diglett after all. So, Sucker Punch from Pawniard does a lot to Diglett. And they got Stealth Rock up on their side, which I'm really glad I got that there. So Sucker Punch, after Stealth Rock, has a 62% chance to kill Eviolite Diglett. Because we're using the black glasses. Now, this is actually one of the few things that did do the math on with Pawniard. So normally Eviolite Pawniard or Berry Juice Pawniard does not kill Diglett, but the Black Glasses boost is actually just barely enough with Stealth Rock to give you a decent shot at one-shotting Diglett with Eviolite. And if it's Focus Sash, of course, that Focus Sash will be broken. Scarf will die. And the only thing I'm worried about is Substitute, which technically Diglett can run. And if it does have Substitute, then that's just sad. It is Balloon. And that looks like it doesn't run it usually. But let's just hope. Good. So, we killed that. That's fantastic. And now at this point, Pawniard's done its job. It will outspeed Coughing, so in some ways I'd like to keep it. But Natu, it will not outspeed, and Natu can try to outplay it and whatnot. I'm going to go Mienfu. I do not need Mienfu anymore. And I can actually go for my own knockoff here. So if I win this speed tie, that'll be sad for my opponent. But that's the game we play. And like I said, I do not need this Mienfu at all. Really what they should do to be safe here is go into Coughing, in my opinion. But now at this point, I can just go into Frillish, which is Choice Scarf. I will outspeed you, and I can just Shadow Ball you, and that'll be the game. If they die here and then go into Coughing, I actually think I might switch out into Natu. Not that it really matters, ultimately. But I just sort of want to go for Water Spout if I can. It's sort of a fun move you don't usually get to click. But yeah. So we got lucky a bit there with the Onyx, for sure. The Onyx saved us against the Dwebble, otherwise I would have had to sack like 5 more dudes. And we got to see the Sucker Punch kill the Diglett, which is pretty fun. This team is somewhat revolving around this more offensive Pawniard. Normally Pawniard in Little Cup run Eviolite, and or maybe sometimes Berry Juice plus Stealth Rock. And And this one is running Psycho Cut. Psycho Cut is a more niche pick, but it's supposed to be there for Mienfoo, if I recall correctly, and Coughing. I guess we just killed with Psychic, so that's fine. All right. So relatively easy game for the most part to start off, but then at the same time, my opponent did get that Shell Smash up. Looking back at it, maybe I should have gone for the Psychic anyway, since I knew that Shell Smash was a problem, and then just sack the Natu. Of course, it's nice, but I didn't need it. And what I did need is to not lose to Shell Smash. So doing that and then just killing with Fake Out from Mienfoo probably would have been a better play, if I had to guess. Okay. This team has a Marini, which will be fun to see if we can get a Psycho Cut kill with that. And the Tyrant is a bit of an issue. Now, Choice Scarf Frillish is quite good in this game. Carvanha may protect on us, especially if they know I'm Choice Scarfed. But against Abra, especially if that's not Focus Sash, it'll be really useful. And I can actually even get a surprise kill against Ponyta. Now, looking at my team, I'm guessing my opponent will probably lead off with Mienfoo, so I'm going to do the same. I don't think you would ever lead off with Abra, just because I could lead off with Onyx, potentially. And Onyx is almost always sturdy, I feel like. And so there's not like a ton of value you get from the Abra. I could also lead off with the Frillish, which if you did know that I could have Choice Scarf, would be an issue. Okay. So my opponent decides to make that play. That's fine. I'm going to go Pawniard here. They don't have Hidden Power Fighting. And it looks like they are the Protect version and not the... Sometimes they run Inner Focus so that they can lead Abra. And then you go for Fake Out with the Mienfoo to just get Chip, and then they kill you with Psychic. I'm going to hit Knock Off here, as they went for Counter. Okay, that's fine. So that's a bit unfortunate. I'm going to go into Frillish now, I think, and just click Shadow Ball. They don't really have anything that wants to switch into Shadow Ball. They can go Carvanha, technically, but this is fine. Now they know that I'm Choice Scarf, unfortunately. What are you going to do? I'm going to go into my Foongus here, as they went for Crunch. There's so much second damage. Okay. And I'm just going to click Giga Drain as they go for Psychic Fangs, of course, and kill me. That's fine, I understand that. Now we're going to go for the... I hope Earthquake kills. Let's just double check. Onyx. Carvanha. Yeah, Earthquake kills easily. We are sturdy. So, flip turn will take me down to my sturdy. I get my berry juice back. They don't really have anything that wants to switch in on this other than their own Mienfoo, which I suppose is the correct play to go into. So maybe if I'd have been thinking a little bit better. Well, no, I don't really have any good switch-ins. I would have had to go my own Mienfoo, I think, if I had wanted to have made a play there. And Mienfoo would have been a more passive play that would have allowed Marini to come in, and I think I'd rather have Mienfoo and then Marini. But it's hard to say, because Mienfoo just gets to come in, click free knockoff, or Fake Out, or U-turn even. I did a lot of damage. Yo. Okay. I'm gonna go my own Mienfoo here. Because, yeah, I don't know. Seems like Choice Scarf, maybe? I'm gonna click Trick here. That way the Marini is stuck. Clicking Knockoff, and now I can go into my... I don't know what I want to go into. I'm gonna go into Mienfoo here. I'm gonna go for U-turn. Technically, they can just stay in and spam knockoff. Like, the only move that Mienfoo carries is knockoff itself that would touch Marini. But that works too. Okay. I'm gonna go into Frillish and see what's up. They may have Wild Charge, in which case that'll be sad. I'm just gonna click Shadow Ball here. They do have Wild Charge. That is fine. Now I'm sort of forced to go Onyx, which is really unfortunate. But now we click Earthquake again. That'll kill the Mienfoo. That'll kill the Ponyta. That should, I think, kill Tyrant. I don't know what it'll do to the Marini without the Eviolite. We'll find out though. As they go Marini, and it does die. Okay. So they can go Carvanha, and they're just gonna flip turn again. I'm gonna go not to. What? Why would you do that? Okay, I don't understand that play. I'm gonna go Mienfoo. Okay. We go for Psychic Fangs there. Go Onyx. And an Earthquake. They flip turn now. This Carvanha is gonna just sort of mess me up. Don't really have much for it. Carvanha is a very scary Pokemon, not gonna lie. Very scary. This could be Choice Scarf Tyrant. Is not. So we get one more kill before we have to go out sad. And then this is Regenerator. It's not even Reckless. High Jump Kick. Okay. Don't win the Speed Tie there. The Psychic here. See if we can win this Speed Tie. Not that it matters really. Because the Ponyta will kill us. Even if the Carvanha doesn't. And we don't. Okay. So we'll call that a game right there. Yeah. The Carvanha definitely messes this up. Alright. The next team we're facing is running Hail plus Why Not plus Diglett. What an interesting team on my opponent's part. Alright. I'm going to lead off with the... Well, if I lead off with Foongus, is liable to get trapped. Mienfoo maybe. And I can click the Fake Out here. Now you have weak armor, cool. I'm just going to kill you. Okay. Technically, I could have just killed it in one hit, but they get Stealth Rock up, and that's all they really wanted in the first place. Now, I don't know what I want to do here. I can just go for U-turn, though, into my Frillish. And now counter doesn't affect me because I'm a Ghost type. So that's cool. And I'm just going to throw off a Water Spout. And the Why Not dies. So that really frees up my Foongus. But I don't really know how much the Foongus cares. I'm going to actually go into said Foongus. This is all it's good for at this point. And I'm going to throw off a Clear Smog. What? Diglett? Wasn't expecting Diglett. Okay, and the Diglett killed. It's a Life Orb Diglett. That's a strong Diglett. Okay. So Frillish again. And we just go for Shadow Ball. I think that should kill. Let's just double check. Frillish against Diglett. Life Orb, yes. Shadow Ball to 72%. 88. What's his Water Spout do? 123 base power. I'll take it. Still a powerful move. Okay, now we got Snow over here. I can go into my Pawniard, because Pawniard does have Sucker Punch, but that's about all it's got going for it. And at this point, I can go for the Knockoff. I think Knockoff is stronger. Apparently it's Icy Rock with a light screen. Does Snover not get Aurora Veil? Maybe it doesn't, I don't know. Well, they got light screen up. I don't really know how much that matters. So they don't get Hail after this anymore. I don't really think I need this so much. They can Swords Dance all they want, but their Hail is going to run out. So what I can do is I can go Mienfoo and keep stalling this out, right? And I can go into Onyx, I think. I don't know what they have, Triple Axle probably. And then I go back into Mienfoo, and we Fake Out again, and there goes their Hail. So at this point, I just want to click Knockoff. A high jump kick from full doesn't kill Mienfoo, and I don't want to risk missing. Is the logic there. Alright. So my opponent had a pretty interesting team. I am not a big Why Not fan, personally. but I do like hail and I love Sandshrew. So always glad to see some hail love down a little cup. Okay. Here we've got Chinchou, Scorbunny, another Carvana, so that's a problem. And so yeah, my opponent has a really cool, really unconventional team. I'm pretty hyped to see it. And also, they look like they have quite a few points. So that's interesting. I want to lead off with Frillish, actually. And I'm going to see how much I want to see how much Water Spout does. Yeah, Water Spout seems like a good play. As they flip turn, and that doesn't do anything because, of course, I'm Water Absorb. So it looks like they may be banded? I'm not really sure. I look like a god here because I go into a grass type on their water type. I didn't mean to do that, but I did. As they're probably going to Volt Switch here into their own Foongus, if I had to guess. I'm going to go Onyx. I don't really feel like I need Onyx in this game. So at this point, I can set up Stealth Rock, which is what I'm going to do. To go Timber, probably to Defog, if I had to guess. So I'm actually going to go into Natu. I doubt you knock off. Yep, they Defog. That's correct. And now I'm going to go for the Heat Wave. I have to go Ball Toy. Wow. And that was a bit of luck right there. If I had to say, I don't even know what Ball Toy does. What does Ball Toy do? Ball Toy. Little Cup Showdown usage. Psychic, Earth, Power, Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin. I'm going to call mine up in this thing's face. As this is a physical Ball Toy. Fair enough. And because it is burned, we got a bit lucky there. Okay. Psychic here. I'm sort of playing recklessly with this Natu, but why not, you know? They may actually go into their Carvana here, which I think would be a fine play on their part. They actually go Scorbunny. This is a Speed Tie. And as far as switches into Scorbunny, I don't really have anything. But at the same time, I sort of would like to keep this for their own Foongus. What don't I need on this team? I don't really need Pawniard. This doesn't get Pyro Ball or anything. So what would you go here? What would you go for here? Scorbunny is going to have Blaze Kick, of course, Gunk Shot, U-Turn, High Jump Kick. So, against Natu, you'd go for Gunk Shot, if I had to guess. You can go Pawniard. I don't need it, really. They go for Sucker Punch. And I'm going to go for my knockoff. Wow, they go for High Jump Kick there. Okay. Cool. So now I can go for the Mienfoo. And I'm just going to click the knockoff here. Fake Out is pretty obvious, and they may want to take advantage of that by going into Foongus, yep, like so. So now I can U-turn here. We always U-turn here for sure. Into the Natu. As they Sludge Bomb. So good job there, and they get the poison, which is unfortunate because I would have lived that and been able to roost it off. But the Foongus is knocked off, and that's more or less what I needed right there. Okay. So let's look at Foongus and look at the Battle Ball switch-ins. The Foongus versus the Frillish. Shadow Ball. They don't have Eviolite anymore. Shadow Ball does not very much. 37%. But I have to Ice Beam, if anything. Whereas Onyx's Earthquake does 50% minimum. So I think I have to go Onyx, if anything, here. Probably. Which I don't really want to, because this is a pretty obvious ball toy. But, do I make that play? Like I can't double into Frillish here, right? So I have to go into something that kills the Foongus or threatens it out. But because Giga Drain will kill, I can't just switch into that. Okay. I'm going to go into Mienfoo here as I go for Rock Slide. Good. And I can click the knockoff again. That just kills Baltoy. Good. Okay, so they didn't really need the Baltoy at that point anyway. Their Chinchou is still very healthy. The Scorbunny's not quite so much. And at this point, I'm going to U-turn again into my own Foongus. And then I'm going to go back into Mienfoo. The reason I'm going to go back into Mienfoo is because in case they do that, or anything really, I can just go for a more offensive play. Okay. U-turn again here. Into the Foongus. As the Sludge Bomb, sure, fine, that's whatever. And now I will... You know, if I'd gone for Sludge Bomb of my own, that would have been a problem for them, wouldn't it have? Sort of want to keep this healthy. I'm going to click Giga Drain here. Okay. I'm going to go into my Mienfoo again. I have no clue why they're going into Scorbunny like that. But that's just me. Maybe I'm just not seeing something. I can click Fake Out here. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're not... I'm pretty sure they're choiced. They're not able to click Protect. Otherwise, they would have done so turn 1. So I feel like that was a misplay on my opponent's part. Carvanha is definitely a threat to my team, as we saw before. I'm going to knock off here first, as they knock me off too, which I think is a good play on their part. Like, that's a really strong play, but I don't know. They're probably going to knock off again, if anything. Yeah, as I thought so. I'm going to go here into Frillish. I don't think you let these get put to sleep. Yeah, like that. And then I'm going to go Mienfoo here on the Sucker Punch because obvious is obvious. And we're going to U-turn out on the Foongus. And now we go Frillish, and we get to click Ice Beam. Actually, Psych, hold up. Okay. Frillish on the Foongus. Yeah, Ice Beam. Ice Beam is the play here. Okay. So it is unfortunate that the Chinchou is still full health, but it's not leftovers and they don't have a Grookey on their team. So that's fine. I have to go Mienfoo here. There's a major problem. Okay, I'm going to click High Jump Kick here. Go Foongus. I'm going to click U-turn always. Fortunately, Mienfoo's ability regenerator is like super busted. Even without Eviolite, I'm still tanking all these hits. I'm going to go into Foongus again. And I'll go back into Mienfoo. Because I don't want to lose the Foongus if I can help it. And we'll just click U-turn again here. And I go, let's see. Chinchou. Is this Choice Scarf Chinchou? I don't know. But, you know what I do know, is that Onix has a Sturdy and Berry Juice. So I can just go for Earthquake here. So even if you want to go for a Water move, you're dead. And that's fine by me. I can go to Foongus. Because I don't want to give this the ability to break that. And now I get to go for the Giga Drain, maybe. Clear Smog is probably better, just to keep the Foongus low. And it looks like that kills. So actually, yeah, okay, that's good. So yeah, Foongus is dead now, basically. But that's okay, because depending on what they go into, it should be fine, I think. Yeah, Chinchou is okay, I think, to sack this too. Because I got to keep the Onix healthy. And I'm probably just going to Volt Switch here. into the Score Bunny. Okay, I'm gonna go into the okay, Frillish against Chinchou. If they are Eviolite, Shadow Ball does not do very much damage at all. So I've got to go Onyx here. I don't know what they're running here, is the main problem. Earthquake it is. If they're Choice Scarfed, please don't freeze me, because that would be really sad. After all we've gotten. Okay, good. So there's that. Then the Timber can come out, and it can go for the Mach Punch, but Drain Punch will be too slow. So they had to hope that I choked there and go for Drain Punch to get their health back. But no. Because if they'd have gone for Mach Punch, then I would have gone down to my Sturdy. That's fine, but it's not going to get the Timber in a position where it doesn't die to Earthquake. So I'll be at 1 HP. Score Bunny comes out. It doesn't have any way to heal up, and I have the Choice Scarf Frillish, which can trick if it needs to. But more importantly, Mienfoo can just come and fake out twice if it has to. So yeah, that was basically a game at that point. So yeah, that I think is a really good way to end it. Unfortunately, the Pawniard did not get to do very much, unfortunately, but I do think it helped in this game a bit. What did it do in this game? Let's go back and look at this. Actually, we can just do instant replay here. Okay, so we got here a lot of damage off on the Carvanha, which is fantastic because we saw in the previous game the Carvanha did a lot. And my opponent makes a bit of a weird prediction there. So I go into Foongus here, which was not a prediction, but it worked out tremendously. This was a prediction, going for a Volt Switch on the Onyx. They go for the Timber on the Stealth Rock, which is fine. I knew they were going to go for Defog here, so not 2 is really safe. And I can just click Psychic. If they go into their Carvanha, so be it. But actually, I go for Heat Wave, get the burn. That was pretty big. I actually click Calm Mind here because I thought they were a special set. They were a physical set, which is not what they have in the calc. Get a bit of a crit there, but, you know, make a bad play, that's fine. I go Chinchou here as I heal back up. That's fine. Here's where I start playing a little bit recklessly. Should not have necessarily done that, but I'd get a lot of damage off on that Score Bunny, and that comes in play later. Here's where the Pawniard comes out in the Sucker Punch, and that was fairly obvious. And, okay, yeah, so I guess in this game it didn't get too jack diddly. Man, if I'd been Focus Sash Pawniard there, that would have been fantastic, because the Score Bunny was a threat to the Frillish. So yeah, unfortunately, the Pawniard did not get to do anything in this game. But that was a really fun game. Super cool team on my opponent's part, and really fun because I won in the end, and that's really all that matters at the end of the day. So yeah, that'll be it for me today, guys, and I'll catch you guys next time.